Salut les amis, je suis votre host, Alistair. In my opinion, one of the greatest life skills anybody can possess is the ability to be self-critical. Now, just like anything else in life, moderation is key. To be able to self-analyze and self-criticize allows you to see where you stand, and it gives you an advantage in terms of decision-making. There is no proper goal setting. There's no way to adequately plan for the future if you don't understand where you start in relation to the past, your present, and eventually where you want to go. So in this video, let's talk about the one fundamental truth that's going to allow you to face yourself in the mirror. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to be depressed. Allow yourself to be sad. Allow yourself to be mad. But like I always say, everything in moderation. You can't be in that state forever. So if you're going through a situation, or if anyone that you know is going through a situation, I think it's imperative that you allow them the space to experience the gambit of whatever that emotion is. Take a deep breath, because the first step you're about to take is going to be even more uncomfortable. Now, this is important because it all comes down about the story you tell yourself. I'll give you an example. This is a chapstick. There's nothing super extraordinary about this particular chapstick. There's plenty more in the market, but I bought this one. Why? I bought it because of the words and the marketing that was used to sell this to me. This happens to us every day. And that strategy applies to you talking to yourself. And I think it's important that at any moment you might feel insecure, frazzled, scared, or you're not sure, take the deep breath from part one and then tell yourself the story. I got this. It's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to go through this. I have to do this. This is not bad. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself and sell the idea. Market to yourself the idea that I need to face the music. I cannot hide away from this. This is my reality. This is where I am. This is who I am. This is what I am. If this is what I want to change, if this is where I want to go, who am I? Where am I? What am I? You cannot sugarcoat any of it. Market the truth to yourself, because nobody else will. Nobody else will. And that comes down to my third point. Don't count on anyone to guess what you're thinking, assume what you're thinking, come and rescue you. Don't count on the government, certainly not the government. Don't count even on your friends. Don't even count on your family. I have a quote, and this is from my mother, and she said this to me for as long as I can remember. I'm a grown man now, and she still says that to me. Make sure you stand on your own 2 feet no matter what. If they take everything away from you, can you stand on your own 2 feet? If the answer is no, then you have some work to do, my dear. Have faith and have confidence in your own ability, because you are capable. You are absolutely capable. You don't need anybody else to solve your problems. You're smart enough. You can figure it out. There's plenty of information out there. You can figure it out. Now, what I mean by practice. Practice. With everything that's uncomfortable, the beginning is always very difficult and hard. But eventually, at some point, you get comfortable being uncomfortable. So you need to practice that self-talk. You need to practice the idea that I'm going to purposely put myself in situations that I don't find comfortable in relation to the truth about yourself. I'm going to self-reflect every weekend. I'm going to look at my finances and really see how crappy they are. I'm going to face the music. I spent way too much today. Oh, you know what? I went over budget. Why did I go over budget? What happened that week? Was I too emotional? Was I very happy? Did I want to party with my friends? Was I being irresponsible? Face your music constantly. So when you are in front of a situation that requires you to face it, it's no longer scary. Now look, I'm a realist, and I know we live in a world where we are all interconnected, but there is something interesting that nobody else is really talking about, is the quality of your network. Network, as you might know it, Maybe it's a business event and it's a co-worker or corporate liaison or a business connection. No. A network has very specific criteria. The first one, it's never about what they can do for you, but it's everything about what you can do for them. This quote needs to be reciprocated. So as you are giving and willing, pay attention to see if this is also reciprocated. And if it's not good network. Cut it off. The second quality, does your network hold its members accountable? What do I mean by that? If one of my friends don't pay their taxes and I know about it, you best believe I'm having a conversation with him. If one of my other network member is acting a fool, I would go to their face and say, you're acting crazy. And it's also reciprocated. There'd be plenty of times where I've acted inappropriately on a public setting, and I was not reprimanded, but I was talked to. Like, hey, this is not okay. That's not good. That's not presentable. This is not healthy. And to be very clear, it's not like in a scolding manner. It's in a conversation manner. Because then I brought my arguments. Like, hey, wait a minute. No, I did it because. And then the minds got together and started discussing and told me why my position was wrong. That's a quality network. And so pay attention to how the people around you react when you are in distress. How do they react when you are happy? How do they react when you have good news? How do they react when you want for help? And remember, make sure it's reciprocated. Don't be afraid to extend to your network and say, hey, what can I do for you? Because they've done it for you. That's it for today. Thank you so much for staying around and listening to my rant. I appreciate you more than you know. Of course, press like, subscribe if you haven't done so. And I will see you next time. Salut, au revoir, and as always, I am your host, Alistair.